Hi, and welcome to Origin of Concepts. In this episode, we will talk about Lucifer, the Lightbringer, and often known as the morning and evening star. So, let's see what we can find. Lucifer is most famous from a passage in the Bible mocking the fallen king of Babylon, which has led to a fatal misinterpretation of the term Lucifer being synonymous with Satan himself. In reality, Lucifer is the spirit light, which the king of Babylon lost because of his selfishness. The king of Babylon is the fallen angel, not Lucifer. So let's see what we can find. Lucifer is a Latin term meaning light bringer, translated from Greek phosphorus, which was a name of a lesser known character in Greek mythology. Phosphorus was made with inspiration from the Sumerian or Mesopotamian goddess Ninciana, the Queen of Heaven. Lucifer, Phosphorus, and Ninciana are mistakenly interpreted as the planet Venus, but in reality they are all the same aspect of the Milky Way center. So let's go to the Milky Way here and clean up the mess about Lucifer. Bible babble. All right. Lucifer, the light bringer, is the silvery shadow with the female posture bringing the golden red disk light and spirit, the son of the morning, into the mortal world. So let me make the silvery female, not shemale, female shadow here. And something like that. And then she crosses her legs here. So this is the real Lucifer, the light bringer. And of course she bring the golden light here. You can see I made the image down where there. No, there. In this corner. She's sitting with the ball, the golden light in her lip. And you can also see that's the same in the Milky Way. So Lucifer is the woman, and the son of the morning, or the morning and evening star, is of course the manifested disk light, the brightest star of them all, because in ancient times the Milky Way center was also considered a star, and it basically gives the name to all the other stars. So the first star is this disk in the center of the Milky Way, the shining one. And you know, this term was used to describe the stars, the shiny stars. So this is the first star and the most important of them. Okay, let's jump to the morning and evening star and planet Venus, because this is quite a topic, which has destroyed the fundamental understanding in very many myth, because it's a literal, hocus pocus. But let's see what we can find here. The morning star and evening star are the light from the disk just before sunrise and after sunset, not the planet Venus. Maybe they used it to, some aspects of Venus, but the stories and the myth is not about the planet Venus, never. Using the Venus planet and constellations narrative have completely removed the true perspective and understanding of most of the world myth, because, it's easy just to put it in the stars and the planets and and the celestial bodies, but no one have ever thought about the Milky Way center, the big, you know, screen, which was basically the only view the ancient had when the lights from the bonfire went out. There was only one light in the heaven, and that was the Milky Way center. Okay, let's start from the beginning. And that's in ancient Mesopotamia by the Sumerians. And it all started with the Venus tablet. You can look it up somewhere. But in the Venus tablet, the Mesopotamian tablet of Amisat Uka is mistakenly called the Venus tablet, which is claimed to be 21 years of observation of planet Venus, the morning and evening star. It is also claimed that the goddess Ninciana is the planet Venus. Ninciana is the Lucifer entity in this tablet. But that's all wrong. It's all wrong. And to my luck, I discovered that the translation of the Venus tablet is considered highly corrupted by scholars. So, because, I don't know why this Venus stuff and the moon, and crescent stuff, it makes me a little bit damn, because, it has really, it's the wrong path. So wrong it can be, literalism, so to speak. Okay, so dear scholars, please remove the term Venus for good. It has nothing to do with that tablet to do. Remove it from the entire internet. Okay, the records on the tablet are tied to the year of the golden throne. So that's what the tablet is about, which means the year of the golden disk in the Milky Way center. And let me show you the throne, because the Milky Way center here is the throne. And you're sitting right here on the disk, the chariot in the sky. Oh, one too much here. So this is the throne. That's, so this tablet is speaking on the first sentence on the Milky Way center, the throne, the golden throne, because the golden light from the disk. Okay, and the goddess Ninciana is, of course, the silvery shadow over here, the female posture shadow, which is all about. And Ninciana, who is the throne holding the disk, because the Milky Way center is the throne, she is the throne, like Isis in Egypt, for example. And she only had one task, and that is to bring the disk light into the mortal world. Basically, the striped shadow here is her womb, so to speak, and inside the womb you got the sun. The sun, the golden disk light, the spirit. So that's her job, to manifest the spirit and bring it into the mortal world. So Lucifer has to manifest the son of the morning. Okay, let's see what else I got here. Ninciana means the divine lady of the redness of heaven. And I don't need to cut that out, because the redness of heaven is, of course, the red light from the disk in the Milky Way center, the golden red light. And this is, of course, the divine lady of the redness of heaven is, of course, also an allegory of the silvery shadow with the female posture, as I already draw here. And she brings the light, or even more correct, manifest the spirit visualized by the red disc light. So there's no doubt. It talks about the silvery shadow with the female posture. The tablet also states Ninciana is bright with the moon crescent. So she's bright with the crescent. And I already draw it before, because the crescent here is the striped shadow. The half moon or the horns belongs to the woman. And it has never, this translation I just read for you, they stated the moon. But in the tablets or in any text, it's not the moon. It's because the crescent, is used to name the crescent of the moon. But this is the real crescent, the womb of the mother, the horns of the mother, the striped shadow. Okay, so let's move on, because now we understand the Mesopotamian origin of Lucifer. And just to sum up, Lucifer is the lady in the silvery shadow, which brings the sun of the morning, or the light, the Luciferious light, which is the disc light. And then let's jump on to the Greek origin, because the Greeks, copied this concept, so to speak, or added, or, took a little here and, mingled around. And then we have the Greek Phosphorus and Hesperus. It's the two brothers, claimed to be planet Venus as the morning and the evening stars. Phosphorus is, I can't remember, maybe it's in the evening, Venus in the evening, and Hesperus is Venus in the morning. But in reality, they are terms for the golden light from the disk just before sunrise and after sunset, as I stated in the start of the video. And maybe more correct, the coming and disappearing of the disk in the annual cycle, because that's one of the biggest that's one of the biggest topics, no. Yeah, topics, sorry. Because it was like the one thing you followed in the annual cycle. So it could also be the when the disk is coming, December 25th, has been hidden behind the sun and, emanating. We also know that as Christmas. And then when we reach the autumn, it goes behind the sun. So that could also be the origin of the morning and evening star. So, but it's not the planet Venus, that's for sure. And then they are the children of the Greek goddess Eos, misinterpret as the dawn again. And funny, because Eos is the Greek version of Ninciana, so to speak. And, all the female figures in the mythologies is based on this shadow, the silvery shadow. So it's the same character, and the same story. And it's, of course, the silvery shadow with the female posture, also used for Greek goddess Aphrodite. Venus and Aphrodite from Greek and Roman mythology. So it's the same, it's the same recycling, so to speak. And okay, you can go see my Venus video. I think you will find it interesting. And then we go on to the Roman origin, or the Romans, they just took the Greeks and copied. And in the Roman mythology, Lucifer and Vesper, or Noctifer, of course, and Venus have suffered the same fate. So what a mess. And then we got the Albert Pike, Lucifer misinterpretation. Some fanatic religious people, just love to hate Albert Pike and Lucifer because, it's the devil worshipper. But let's try to see what Albert Pike has to say in his Morals and Dogmas. Albert Pike was a Scottish Rite Freemason, and he wrote the following in his book, Morals and Dogma. Lucifer, the Lightbringer, strange and mysterious name to give the spirit of darkness. Lucifer, the son of the morning. It is he who bears the light, and with its splendors intolerable, blinds feeble, sensual, or selfish souls. Doubt it not. And I agree. He's right on the spot, because only fanatic, indoctrinated minds interpret divine good spirit as the devil. So, and and this is because Lucifer, is not. Lucifer is just the spirit light. No, sorry. Lucifer is the woman, who brings the Luciferian light, so to speak, the spirit, the good spirit, not the bad spirit. Okay, so in reality, Lucifer is the light bringer. The queen of heaven and her son is the manifested divine spirit light. Yeah, what I just said. Lucifer is the good guy, so to speak, or more correct, the good girl, because Lucifer is a girl. Yeah. So keep that in mind next time. And the offspring from this girl is the spirit light, of course, the golden disk in the Milky Way center. Okay, now you get a little wiser on Lucifer, the devil. Or not so much devil. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next video, take care. See ya. Bye.